Hi there, it's time for the update for the Panner's Pan. I hope you're excited. I am working on 10 panners and I'm trying to meet my goal on products that I have connected to those panners in some way. I am trying to bring in pretty hard products or products that I have to use a lot. Mostly because, I don't want to roll in too many panners all the time because, there's a limit, I don't know that many panners and you have to come up with prompts all the time. So I'm like, okay, let's do the hard products and hard goals on these ones. This is also supposed to be an easygoing project. So I'm not mad if I just have like 1 or 2 uses. As long as I have at least 1 use on all of these products every month, I'm happy. Although, you know me by now, I like to use things. I like to see good progress and stuff. So I often use the products more than once. So let's see this update because this is a good one. This is a good one. I don't have many rollouts, but I have great progress. But let's start off with something that isn't too exciting so that we can kind of warm up so we don't pull any muscle or something when doing this. Jessica Lee, I have this hair treatment. I've only used it once more for a total of 7 times. I am really getting down there. I can probably use it once or twice more to finish this one. So maybe I'll do it until next time. We'll see. I think it's an okay product. It's nothing I would rebuy. But it's certainly something I would use if I get it again. Next up, we have Jaylon. I chose a cat blush for her, and my goal was to hit pan on this. Well, I actually changed my goal. My goal first was to use it, I think, 20 times, and then I was like, nah, let's keep her in because it's easy to use. And I've used it 7 additional times for a total of 76 times now. And this is how it looks. So I hope you can see that shiny pan. It's kind of a long pan right here. This is a really nice shade on me. Well, shades blended together. I do use a big fluffy brush when I use this. So yeah, these blended together, they work very nicely on my skin. Whether I use a liquid foundation or a powder foundation, if I use a liquid foundation, this sticks a lot better, so you get a lot more pigment, but even then, it looks really nice. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection still, but it is rolling out and Jaylon will be rolling out from this project. Taylor Buell, she does the project Pan That palette in order. So I have brought in this ZZ palette, the Solar Cycle, Solar Cycle I think it's called on their website. On here it says Fireworks 16, Colors Eyeshadow 08. Very uninspired name, I must say. So I'm trying to hit every pan in this in order. I started 2 months ago and this is how it looks now. So look at that, in 2 months I was able to actually hit pan on that one. And I've started using this, but I've only used this like 5 times or something, so you can't really see that much of a difference. Well, maybe a little bit of a disturbance. But yeah, I've used this 30 times. I said, I think last time, that I think this will be like a 70 use shade. I think it would be if I just used it in my crease. But since then, I have used it a lot on my lower lash with a pencil brush, and then it goes a lot quicker. So I aim to do that with this one as well, so it will go kind of as quick at least. This one, this other shade here, it's a little bit darker, so it's not as easy to use because it's not a blending out shade. I can't use as much of it without it being too much, So it's a very slight difference, but it does make a difference. So yeah, this is obviously staying in for like another 1.5 years or something. Or even more in this at this rate. I mean, I have 16 shades. If every shade takes 2 months, we'll be here for 36 months. I don't think everyone will take 2 months though, because we do have some shimmers and some of these will be pretty easy to hit pan on, I think, once I get to them. So we'll see, but yeah, it is staying in for the long haul. Then we had Rebeca S and this lip glaze from ZC. It's very cute, but I can't really see through it. So if I want to see any progress, I have to kind of look into this And I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm going to try to show it to you. But I think the product is down to like here or something. Granted, it wasn't much to begin with. I think it only contains like 1.8 grams or something. So there's not a lot in these ones. But, you know, I can't see the difference, which is a little bit, it's a little bit sad, because then I can't see if I'm actually getting close or not to finishing it. But anyway, I haven't gotten down to this last bit here anyway, so I guess there's a ton left. I've only used this 4 additional times for a total of 17 times in this project, and my goal is to finish it. Next up, we have the creator of the Graveyard Project pan, EmilyNMax. I chose a pretty new Franken product, but the things I had Franken together were old. They had both been in projects, and they both need to leave my collection. So I repressed it into this Glow Minerals packaging, and it broke on me, so I chose to use it as a powder, and this is how it looks now. So you can see I don't have that much left, and it's been so much easier to use this. I mean, I was working on that mini hula bronzer for 8 months last year. I didn't even hit pan. Like, I wasn't even close to hitting pan at that point. It was so pigmented, so warm, and I have pretty cool toned skin to begin with, so I don't want too warm things on my skin. But ever since I repressed it with my high rise powder from Payne, it's been working wonderfully. This works especially well when working on a powder foundation, because then it doesn't stick too much. It's not too pigmented, so I can use kind of a lot and it blends beautifully and stuff. I have to be much more careful if I have used a liquid foundation. But yeah, I really like it. I've used it 15 times this month, 15 times last month, for a total of 30 times in this project. I think I will be able to actually use this up, which was a total surprise to me. I had no plan of panning this in the beginning of the year, and now I'm like, of course I will finish it. Like, this is so close to being done. It's ridiculous how much I've been able to use up, actually. Now let's talk about Sarah Rose. She has this series where she shows how to repurpose items in your collection. I have loved watching that, and I wanted to make a video that she hadn't actually done at that point. Now she has. So now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe I will. Anyway, my goal was to use 40 items for different purposes than they were intended to. So if I want to use a highlighter on my eyes, that is one use. If I want to use a lipstick on my cheeks, that's another use, and so on. Last time I had used 7 products in different ways, and this time I have only used 3 new products in a different way. So the first one was a very, well, it's not a very dark brown, but it's like a dark warm brown that I tried in my eyebrows. It was kind of okay. I might do it again. I'm not sure though. Then I had a face mist that I used on my feet. That's something I regularly do in the summer whenever my feet gets too hot. Good tip for you. And then I used the Technic nail varnish as both a base coat and a top coat. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a base coat or a top coat, or if it's supposed to be like a nail polish, just a clear one. But I have used it as both a top and a base. So I guess, you know, in one way I've repurposed it or used it more than it was intended to or something. So I count that as a use. So I have done 10 out of the 40 products, and Sarah Rose is staying. For Hannah Louise Poston, I chose a hair fragrance because it is the only one I have in my collection, and she has a very curated collection. Not too many things, and I was like, okay, so let's work on the smallest category, and I only have 1 of these. So yeah, I think I can see some difference. I haven't marked it because it would go away on this packaging anyway, so I decided not to, but my goal is to finish this one. So as long as I have tallies, you know, as long as I use it, I know that I'm getting there in the end, you know. I've used it 5 additional times for a total of 17 times in this project. Then we have Shawna. She talks a lot about sustainability and, you know, consumerism. And for her, I chose a shampoo bar from Lush because it has no packaging. It didn't even come in this packaging. It looks like this, and I can't actually even get it out of this packaging. It's kind of stuck in here. So the only time I used it was the other day, and I kind of just wet it and put it into my hair like this because I couldn't get it out. I guess I will, you know, if I just wet it and try to get water into these cracks here, maybe I can loosen it up a bit, but you know, I can use it as long as it, you know, stands out a bit. I can use it this way. I think someone said these can be used up to 80 times, which is an awful lot. On the other hand, I do have a lot of hair, so I probably use more than the average person. Oh, it smells so good. This is a lot nicer than the other shampoo bar that I tried. I was so tired of using the other one. If you've been on my channel and you saw that, I'm trying to remember what project that was in, but you know, if you've been here and you saw me struggle with that, I didn't know how to use it. It was very hard, kind of scrubby, kind of, I just felt like it was really bad. And so I've been putting off using this one or some other shampoo bar, but this one was good. It was easy to use. It was lathering up nicely. And I feel like my hair was nice afterwards. So yeah, I like this a lot better. Thank goodness for that. I wouldn't want to go through that again. For Paula from A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It, I have this Mud Masky mineral infused double cleansing mask. Now I thought this would be like a mask. It kind of is, but it's more of a cleanser, I guess. And you should use it every night, and I was not prepared for that. I was like, okay, this will take such a long time to use because it is big and I can only use it once in a while. But you know, I haven't used it that much anyway. I've used it 4 times this month, but it's a lot more than I thought I would use it. I will say this is a very liquidy. It's like, I don't know if you can see through that, but it's, yeah, it's like milk in there or something. Like, it's so liquidy. It's so easy to get more than you need. And I feel like I'm wasting it a bit, but at least I can see through the packaging so I can have some markings for you. I've been very bad at marking products this year, and I just want to get back to that because I love seeing the progress. This was actually one of the things I really didn't like before getting into project panning. When I just saw other people do it, I was like, I understand why people mark it, but I think the products look so ugly and I wouldn't want to have that in my shower and stuff. And now I'm like, I love having this. I love seeing the progress. Oh, how you can change in a year, you know? Anyway, I don't know how long this will take. It depends on if I will actually use it every night, but yeah, it's staying in for a while longer at least. And then I rolled in TeacherLovesBeauty, and I brought this one in. This is a facial sheet mask book from Sense with 5 masks in it. I have used one of them today because I wanted to, you know, use all of the products at least once. So I used this one today. This is the olive one, the softening with olive. I didn't think it was the best. Like, when I opened it, I was hopeful because it felt like it had a lot of serum. It felt very soft, like the fabric. And then I put it on and it just didn't feel as good as I thought it would. And I felt like it didn't do too much to my skin. And I don't know. I wasn't impressed. Let's just put it that way and be done with it. So I have 4 more sheet masks in here. I love this concept of a book. Like, I am so mesmerized by this, you know, turning the page and stuff. I think it's so much fun. For some reason, I love this way of packaging. Just love it. It takes a lot of space, but hey, it's fun. So that means one panner is rolling out. Jaylon is rolling out with her cat blush, and we're rolling in one other panner. I'm going to roll in Jessica Payne, or Payne. I don't know how her surname is pronounced. Sorry if I'm butchering it. However, Jessica is one of the few people that I've seen do the project 100 uses, where she picks products and she tries to use them 100 times. And I've really been intrigued by this concept. I really wanted to join that project, but as you know by now, I have so many projects going on. I think I have 17 projects now, I think. And so I can't join everything, but this allows me to take, you know, one product and do that with. So I chose this Milano lip gloss, and this is one of my oldest lip glosses. I think I have 2 lip glosses that I feel like they're getting too old and they really need to be used up. I had 4 in the beginning of the year. I used 2 of them up, so I'm very happy with that. That was my goal. But let's get, you know, good progress on this one. This is huge. This is huge. Do you see how huge that is? For a lip gloss, this is 15 mils. That is bonkers. However, I love the packaging of this one. It's a tube, so I can squeeze everything out in the end, which I like so much better than the other ones that you have to kind of, you know, you don't know if you can get to the bottom and you have to take off the stopper and all of that. This is so much more convenient, but it also has a doe foot. I don't like the ones that are just like this and you just put it onto your lips. Like I just find it to be messy and very imprecise, and I just don't like those kinds of packaging. But anyway, this has a doe foot and I can squeeze out the product. So I can squeeze out here and I can just take as much as I want, or if I want to use my finger, but you know, it will never be hard to reach the product because I can squeeze it out. I don't have to, you know, reach down and you know, scrape it out. I can just press it out. Love that so much. This is a great shade as well. It's a very light pink. Let's just do a swatch with this, shall we? So it is a very light pink, and it goes with everything, because even if you have like a red or something, this pigment won't really show up. It's much more of a gloss than, you know, a pigmented gloss. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't even know if you can see that. I don't know. It's one that I really enjoy, so using it 100 times will get me to some point. I wanted to choose something that I think will last for 100 uses. I think this will last for way longer actually. But, you know, I wanted to make sure that it was a product that I could get some good use on without finishing in 100 uses, because I want to get to 100 uses. I don't want this to be an empty in 80 uses, let's say, because then I wouldn't have gotten the 100 uses in, you know? So that is for Jessica Payne, I would say. Payne? Yeah, Payne. Yeah, Payne. Let's say her name is Payne. Jessica Payne. That was it for this update. I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making. I'm very happy with the panners I have here that I can just, you know, give a shout out to, and they're amazing. It's so much fun to watch people do this, and it's so much fun because one part of me is like, oh, it's makeup, it doesn't matter. Like, why am I into this? Why am I putting so much time into this? Like, what am I doing with my life? And another part of me is like, this is so geeky. I love it. I'm very happy to have this hobby. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's so much fun to share the updates with you guys and see the progress and see how you can repurpose things. And you know, all of these different themes, they really get me going. Like, they really inspire me in some way. It kind of forces me to be creative. Even at those moments where I feel like I'm not creative, at least I get to do my makeup. At least I get to choose products based on different prompts. At least I get to, you know, do these things that are a little bit creative at least. I just wanted to say I'm grateful. So thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that you stopped by, and if you watched this whole entire video, kudos to you. Thank you so much. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye.